All right, guys, I've made a video on this before, but it really is amazing. So I'm doing another video. I did some things a little bit different. So what I did was I got some chicken quarters. I marinated those in some Italian dressing for about 24 hours. You can do it overnight. You can do it for 8 hours. Really, 24 hours for me is what really makes the flavor stand out, and the dressing serves as a binder. So that works really good. The seasonings are great. So I'm just going to get them all out. I'm going to get them onto a cookie sheet here. I seasoned all of them a little bit different, but mostly we use the Daddy Hinkle, and I've never used that before on these, so I was really curious how it was going to turn out. You can use any kind of poultry seasoning you want. Some of the ones I like Cosmo's stuff. How to Barbecue Right makes great stuff. Traeger even makes good stuff. I've tried a bunch, but I really want to try something different. So mostly these are the Daddy Hinkle seasoning. I'll post that down below. So what I did was I got my Traeger and I have it preheated here to 250 degrees. I'm using the Traeger 575, and I'm gonna go with the meaty side up, 250 degrees, meat side up, and I'm gonna let that go for about 2 hours. I set a timer exactly for 2 hours if you're trying to replicate this. Sorry for kind of the bad view. I do all these videos myself, and sometimes I get in the way. But once I get all these on, we're going to go 2 hours, then we're going to come check on them, and I'll show you what we're going to do from there. This is really, really easy to do. The big thing is I would get a temperature reader. I'll show you guys the one I use. It's incredibly accurate. It's the best purchase I've made for cooking meat. So after about 2 hours, we're going to come out and check on it. And this is how they're looking. Things are tightening up, and really that kind of gets the bottom going. Of course, you can see the top. The color's changed a little bit. So here's that temperature reader I'm talking about. I'm kind of seeing where we're sitting. So we're not quite there yet. We're at 147, I believe that said. So from here, I'm going to crank my Traeger up to 375, and I'm going to turn all these over and let it go for about a half hour. As you can see, the bottom's getting some pretty good color, but that temperature increase now that I'm about to do is where things are going to start changing pretty quick. So after we get them all turned over, this is how everything's looking. Again, we're at 2 hours here, and I just cranked it up to 375, closed it. Then I check on it after a half hour. Now, depending on the sizes you have, this is where the temperature probe is important. Some might not quite be there yet. For these are looking really good. As you can see, the bottom, the skin started crisping up a little bit. But I'm going to turn them all back over. So we're at 2.5 hours now. And then I'm going to check them with my temperature probe and see where everything's at. Now, if this was chicken breast, I would say pull it off right at 165. But with darker meat, I like to go a little bit more, because if you pull these off, the dark meat off at 165, it's almost like the meat is not, the texture is not quite right, in my opinion. So I cook darker meat a little bit more. You can see that's not even at 165 yet. So in this case, when I was cooking, not all of them finished at the same time. The ones in the back, the back three back there took a little bit longer. So I'm checking them now every about 15 minutes. So don't be alarmed by this 180. That's like perfect to me. That's what I really like about dark meat. Very, very, very forgiving, and you can cook them a little bit more. And in my opinion, they taste a lot better than pull them off at 165. So I'm going to pull this front row off. I think I went 2 hours and 45 minutes before I pulled that first batch off you just saw. Then I went another, so 3 hours, and pulled off the rest. But you'll just have to check and see as you go. So this is where I'm going to give it a taste. And honestly, this turned out incredible. I really like that seasoning combination. You guys will have to give it a shot. I'm trying my best to record and get bites at the same time. Got some green beans and a potato here. Pretty straightforward, basic. But this chicken will make everybody happy. I hope you guys learned something about making this. Super easy. Everybody loves this. We make it pretty frequently, and I might try some different seasonings out in the future. So please let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.